for over 110,000 fans in Ann Arbor last Saturday. The Western Michigan football team took on number 21 Michigan in the 7th all-time meeting between the Broncos and the Wolverines. The Broncos were led by junior running back Bellamy, who rushed for 65 yards on 11 carries, including a 25-yard run on the Broncos' first play from scrimmage. Over on defense, junior linebacker Alex Grace played well. He led the way with 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a sack, while kicker Josh Grant booted a 35-yard field goal for the Broncos in the 4th quarter. But Michigan finished with 451 yards of total offense and held the Broncos to just 208 yards as the Wolverines picked up a 49-3 win. I'm Robin Huck. Coming up, head coach Tim Lester joins me as we break it all down on week 2 of Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust, financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
When home improvements are in your future, you should call BlackBerry. For more than 35 years, BlackBerry has provided windows, roofing, siding, and sunrooms with thousands of satisfied customers throughout West Michigan. Right now at BlackBerry, you can get 10 of our best-selling high-performance double-hung windows for only $48.60 installed. 18 months no interest and $48.60 installed. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Auto Group. We know that car buying is a journey, not just a destination. We know that we need to be there each step of the way for you, through parts, sales, service, through your entire ownership experience. At Maple Hill Auto Group, we look at every customer not as a single purchase, but rather as a start to a journey that we hope spans generations. Maple Hill Auto Group, for a journey like no other.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Nolte Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Back to throw, swings it to the tailback, and he's hemmed in over on the right side, and the Broncos bring him down at the 36-yard line. They lose another yard, and Michigan will have to punt it away.
Outstanding series by the Western Michigan defense to open the game as Michigan took the football. They got 1 first down, and then Bronco defense turned it back over to your offense, Tim. And 110,000 were a little bit edgy right there.
It was quiet at that point. You know, great start to the game. I thought our kickoff team did an unbelievable job getting down there. Genial Isma, true freshman, made a huge tackle. And so I was proud that we got 3 and out, got the ball back, got a couple first downs, and way better start than the week before, which is something we focused on. Still didn't obviously play well enough, but was very happy with the way we started because that was something we really focused on.
Broncos in the big house for the 7th time in history of the 2 programs. 110,000. Do you realize there's that many folks sitting around you there?
No, I mean you really don't. It's such a cool place, and there's not multiple layers. It's not like upper decks and stuff like that. But once they start going, they hit a long run, and the whole place started shaking, and that was the point where I knew that this was it was all of 110. They had a cool flyby or flyover before the game, and it was great. Our kids from Michigan, this is a dream come true for them, and the smiles on their faces taking the field now. We got a lot of things we got to fix, but the atmosphere was electric.
There were a lot of Bronco fans in the stands as well. The Bronco marching band there, Buster, of course, the cheer team, and they enjoyed the atmosphere as well. And here come the Broncos out of the tunnel and ready to play some football.
Yeah, you know, we you know, we had a good warm-up. We changed our warm-ups a little bit, you know, just because it's something that we focused on the year before that we had to get better at, and so we changed it up. I thought they came out better. The opening kickoff, you'll see Zaire and Janelle right there. There's 18, Janelle. So it was a good start, and you know, we gotta keep reading our keys and doing a better job. We're still young on defense. We're getting better, and I'm excited about the future for that group.
On that kick return, that's the same guy who returned 199 against Notre Dame, and you guys hadn't them in there.
Yeah, you know, the week before they had an electric return man, and this guy, we decided we wanted to kick it deep. We wanted to let our guys go down there and cover a kick, and they did a good job. Here's Bellamy. That's the first play of the game. I thought he did a good job of getting us going. And you know, overall, we started sharp. It's really hard against that defense to find some space. And we were searching all day, and our O-line did a good job of keeping us in the game and keeping the chains moving. But obviously, a lot of things we need to work on, and it's good we got time to do it.
Here's their big running back, Karan Higdon, who you recruited when you were at Syracuse.
I did. Karan is a great kid, hard runner, you know, and they came out in 22 personnel, you know, 2 tight ends and 2 running backs with that big fullback in there, and they were going to try to run it down our throats, and they did a good job. And you know, we missed a couple tackles, which turned into big plays, and we're going to learn from it.
That's your freshman punter, Nick Mahalik. He did a pretty good job. He did have 1 block in the game.
He did, and it was more the snap and a block than him. His timing wasn't off on that kick. I was just proud to see him come back after a kick. You know, you make a mistake like that, a lot of freshmen get spooked, and next 2 kicks were good. He didn't get scared, so I was proud of that.
Broncos and Michigan in the Big House on Saturday, as you see some of the Bronco fans on hand, and it was quite the atmosphere. Now John Wassink goes back to work, and that little slant pass was there. Yeah, you know, Jaden Reed did such a good job. Everything we did against their defense was going to be contested catches, period, and there was going to be nothing wide open. Everything was going to be contested, and Jaden Reed is really good with people draped all over him making catches. Unfortunately, we lost him in the 3rd quarter. He's healthy, he'll be back. But he was one guy that he specializes in catching balls. It doesn't matter how many people he's got draping all over his back, he finds a way to come down with it. Corvin Moment making a tackle there for your Bronco defense. Here you're swarming. Really, if you take away a handful of plays, your defense played pretty well.
Yeah, we had 11 plays, 11 big plays where we missed the tackle or missed the key and let a guy go. We had 44 plays of 3 or less gained, which is going nowhere. And that's something that we got to fix, those 11 plays. And we're going to go from a defense that's right now early on against an ACC opponent and a Big Ten opponent, we're struggling a little bit, to a pretty darn good group if we can fix those 11 plays.
John Wassink to D. Eskridge, who was your leading receiver in the Syracuse game. And here's the play that Jaden Reed got banged up.
Yeah, I just hit his head. They grabbed, you know, they had his arms pinned down so he couldn't brace himself, and he ended up bumping his head on the ground. And, man, I thought we might get on top of that one, which would have been a nice change of field possession.
All right, here we go to work, and Shea Patterson handing it off to Higdon again, and you know, he had a couple of big runs, but right there you did a good job on it.
Yeah, we were just trying to keep them bottled up. You know, we knew they had a lot of firepower back there, and when they got into spread, we were a little bit more comfortable than when they got into the big personnel, you know, on us, and they turned some of this big personnel into some play action. But I mean, they were playing hard. They were making them earn everything. We got to be a little bit more stingent on defense, but we came a long way from week 1 as far as being on our keys and stopping a pretty powerful front 7. So it's a good, we're moving in the right direction. We got a lot of time to do it. They're young, not a lot of experience in there. I'm excited about the future for that group.
Broncos were down at halftime. They come back and play a pretty solid second half. We'll come back and look at that next on Bronco Review.
At Galesburg Ford, we stand behind our football teams.
I like the Honolulu blue and silver.
I'm a fan of the purple and gold. Western's brown and gold, all the way.
We may cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal. And that's great customer satisfaction as we find you a new car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle,
score your next car at Galesburg Ford.
Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
You trust Dunshee Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more, like paintless dent repair, brakes and wheel alignment, and perfect paint matching. Dunshee also works with all insurance companies to make sure your vehicle is restored to pre-accident condition. So for personal service and high-quality workmanship, call Dunshee Body & Frame at 375-2100 or visit their website, DunsheeBody.com. Dunshee Body & Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Choosing your home isn't easy. This is where your kids will draw on the walls, where the people you love will gather to laugh and cry. It's a big decision, which is why choosing your mortgage partner should be easy. With low rates and quick turnaround, Arbor Financial Credit Union can create a customized mortgage solution that is right for you. Visit us at arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Little Caesars has done it again by giving you one large pizza piled high with 5 delicious meat toppings. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. for only $9. You heard me right. Count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Meat toppings, including pepperoni, sausage, bacon, beef, and ham. Order yours on our convenient mobile app or simply walk into Little Caesars and pick up your large hot and ready 5-meat feast for just $9 tonight.
Pizza, pizza.
Up to the tailback, that's Bellamy. He got to the edge up the left sideline. Levante has a first down, and he's out of bounds across the 45 at the 47-yard line.
Levante Bellamy with a big run in the first quarter at Michigan last Saturday, and Bells is off to a great start, Coach.
He is. He's been through a lot this offseason, 2 surgeries, an ankle and a shoulder, and put the weight back on and went from 4.39 to 4.32 speed, and all that work's paying off for him. And he's catching the ball well, and he's pass proing well, and obviously he runs well. So I'm looking for a big season.
He was fast last year when he ran that 4.39, now 4.32. That's legit speed.
That's NFL speed. I mean, we talk all the time about trying to change your best and raise the bar, and his whole goal of his life was to run in 4.3s, and then he did it. And instead of just saying, hey, I made it, now he's down to 4.32, and I think by next year he wants to be in the 4.2s, which he can do.
All right, back to the big house. Buster leading the band there for a bit, and Buster brought his A game on Saturday.
He did. He had all kinds of energy. I'm sure he fed off the 110,000 people, and you know, second half I thought it was really good to get Drake Spears back. You know, he had to sit out the first half, and you know, to have a veteran inside linebacker. We had 2 young guys in there in the first half, and I thought he did a good job. And I really think our O-line did a great job. That's the #1 defense in the country in tackles for loss. It's #1 in sacks. It's #1 in pass defense. It's #1 in 9 different categories. And I thought our offensive line did a good job of allowing us to run the ball effectively. And Drake had 3 catches, and we got him going a little bit. So we still got to get our guys going and get some consistency, and I think we have a chance to be pretty good.
Drake and John have only been working together for a few weeks now, and you can see they're starting to get a little chemistry.
It's starting, yeah, and I feel it. And I really think that coming up in the next couple of weeks, looking at some of the defenses, his opportunities are going to go up. You know, week after week. So first game I knew Drake was going to have a hard time by the structure of the defense to give him the ball. I knew that D and Reed could have great weeks. I told him before the week, you should have a heck of a week. And so Drake, you should expect big things from Drake moving forward.
And there, about 3 plays in a row, you saw Drake Harris making tackles, and you missed him in that first half, as you said, and he's a real dynamic player for you in your front 7.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, we are young in certain places, but where you have experience is so important. And got Gio the ball a couple times, and we got to continue to try to find ways to get him the ball. And you know, but once the second half, I think they scored 14 points. We were making them earn it. Not a lot of big plays. They were earning it with drives instead of big plays like the first half. So I saw improvement, and we need a lot more. But I was happy to see improvement between the first and the second half.
Broncos had 17 first downs. You led in time of possession. You had the football a long time.
We did. We knew that our best bet was to grind the clock out. I was not going to, a #1 sack team in the country, I was not going to drop John back and let him get hit a ton. He did get hit some. I think we gave 2 sacks on 34 passes, and we kept him clean, which was a big goal of ours, is to keep our quarterback healthy moving into week 2 when he got behind that much to a really good football team. So I thought they did a good job. They fought the whole time. The mistakes we made, there was a great play by Alex Grace. He had a great game. And I was just proud of the way they fought. We were getting our butts kicked, and we did not point fingers, and we just kept playing. And we're going to need that in a lot of close games coming forward in the next 10 weeks.
They kept their ones in deep into the second half. You got a lot of freshmen out there. for their really first extensive taste of Division I college football.
Yeah, you just saw Chase Brown there, and on defense, I think there was one point we had, I think it was 5 of our 11 defensive players were true freshmen, and they were out there fighting, and Will McCabe, an interior defensive lineman, got his first sack, and Andre Carter was in there, and Lupro and Janelle, and it was a lot of fun to watch the young guys get a chance out there, and we're going to need to count on them. A lot of those guys are 2s on our defense, with all the ones that have left us. A lot of our 2s are 1s now, and some of those young guys. This kickoff, I thought the guys did a great job covering. You'll see Chase Brown right there on the tackle. He just had run the ball 7 times in a row, was exhausted, and wanted to be on that team. And it's you know, we have some really talented young guys, and they have the right mental attitude, which is what really matters.
Here you're running the ball inside, and that's Chase Brown, and he's an exciting young player, freshman.
Yeah, and he's from Canada, right across from Detroit, and you know, playing in the big house was a big deal for him. You know, and I thought he played great, and there's Tyron making a catch. So it's good that we're starting to get our weapons going, and I just was proud of our O-line against that front to be able to rush for over 100 yards and to control the line of scrimmage was a big deal.
Here you avert the shutout with a 35-yard field goal by Josh Grant.
Yeah, he needed a little confidence. You know, he struggled week 1. He got one blocked when they were offsides, which can mentally get after you a little bit. And, you know, they moved the ball up 5, and he buried one. I was proud of him.
Here you guys still playing hard into the 4th quarter. The game has been decided, but you like to see the competitiveness of the team in that situation.
That matters. You know, how you get beat. You win with class, you lose with class, and it's tough mentally on the team as these young kids. And I was proud of the way they handled it. I don't want it to happen again, but I was proud of the way they handled themselves in a tough situation.
A monumental event in the game at Michigan on Saturday. We'll highlight that next on Bronco Review.
When you need home improvements, you should call Blackberry. Do you need a new roof? Give us a call. We're one of the area's most trusted and professional roofing contractors, having completed thousands of roofing jobs throughout West Michigan. Right now, you can save 50% off the installation of our new roofing, featuring the Owens Corning Duration Shingle that comes with a limited lifetime warranty for installation and materials. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension Care Teams at Borges take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borges.com/orthopedics.
Part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Maple Hill is proud to be a Subaru dealer. Subaru, it is like no other. Because of the 35 miles per gallon that you get in the summer and the all-wheel drive in the winter, the 5-star crash test ratings, the recommendations year after year from the best consumer magazines out there. Own it and you'll say, I love my Subaru. At Maple Hill Subaru, it is a journey like no other.
More devices, more apps, more streaming. Today, we need more speed than ever to stay connected, so we're making the best in-home Wi-Fi experience even better. We're giving our customers faster speeds and including them in our most popular plans at no additional cost. We've increased our speeds 17 times in 17 years, so you can keep streaming, sharing, and connecting like never before. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Play fake, dump it off to the tight end. That's Odell Miller. They throw it to Odell. I think that's his first career catch. Odell Miller makes the grab.
that monumental event, the first career catch by fifth-year senior tight end Odell Miller. Coach, you threw to Odell.
The great wall of Odell, yes. He did a great job. Corner bounced right off him, 280-pound tight end. Does a great job blocking. He catches it well, too. And got us the first down on a 2nd and 1. And, you know, we got to throw him the ball. I mean, Gio's more of our passing threat, but Odell is a great blocker and does a great job with his hands, and he'll get open for us from time to time.
He sure is valuable doing the other things, the blocking and paving the way for your running backs and your receivers and protecting John Wassink.
He's a huge part of that, and I don't think people realize that. I mean, at 280 pounds, he is our 6th offensive lineman out there, and people want to know how, you know, in today's spread world, how are you able to run the ball as well as we are? And obviously our 5 offensive linemen are really good, but he is really number 6. And we had Donnie before him, so he's trained under Donnie Ernsberger, who's one of the best. And you know, we're lucky to have him. That we kind of have a little bit of an attitude to us being a spread team because of him.
And one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, Odell.
Yes, the Great Wall of Odell, we call him, and great student. Just a great person, and I'm hoping he's rubbing off on a lot of the young kids. I hope.
The other thing that happened on Saturday, you got Keyshawn Watson back in the lineup. He missed the first game, and Keyshawn was your leading receiver a year ago, and he caught a couple of balls last week against Michigan. He's going to be a valuable weapon moving forward.
Yeah, we have to get to a point where we have a core. You know what I mean? And that's what. You know, when I played here, we had a core, and last year we had a couple guys. We didn't really have a core of receivers to say, hey, if they want to play this coverage, D's going to have a game. If they play this coverage, Drake. If they want to play their safeties wide, then we got Keyshawn and Reed to hit them down the middle. If they want to man up our tight end, we got Gio. You know, you have to have all those pieces. And if they want to cover us, we should be able to run it, you know. And we're building those pieces. With those pieces comes rhythm and comfortability. We have a young wide receiver, Jalen Hall, who we haven't got a ball yet to. I have to get him a ball to get him comfortable. So once they're all comfortable and confident, I mean, we can be explosive as we want to be. But a lot of guys are still in there for the first time and catching the ball for the first time and figuring it out. But the athleticism there is there, and the run game's there, and we have the body. So I'm looking forward to the rest of this season.
Still a lot of football left, and probably the 2 toughest opponents behind them. The Broncos look ahead to Week 3. The Community Night game coming up Saturday. We'll look ahead to that next on Bronco Review.
Introducing Little Caesars Large Hot and Ready 5-Meat Feast with 5 delicious meat toppings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Including pepperoni, sausage, bacon, beef, and ham. Only $9 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
At Galesburg Ford, we stand behind our football teams.
I like the Honolulu blue and silver.
I'm a fan of the purple and gold. Weston's brown and gold, all the way.
We may cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal, and that's great customer satisfaction as we find you a new car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle,
score your next car at Galesburg Ford.
Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
The people who accomplish so much are always striving to do even more. Now, with our help, they will. It's time for more.
What do you do when you discover something great? Well, you tell your friends and family about it, right? Well, that's exactly how Lake Michigan Credit Union became the largest credit union in Michigan. With one of the highest checking account rates in the nation and guaranteed low mortgage rates, word is spreading fast about Lake Michigan Credit Union. Earn more when you save, pay less when you borrow. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Hands to your mouth and holla.
$5. Holla. $5.
much did it cost?
It's 4 slices of deep dish and a Pepsi for just $5.
Pizza.
A 35-yard attempt. Angle to the left. Grant's kick is end over end, and it is good.
Great to get Josh Grant out there for a field goal try in front of 110,000 in the Big House last Saturday, and that's just going to add to his confidence moving forward.
Yeah, and our true freshman snapper and holder, just all of them to be in that environment late in the game, and Barry one was going to help us down the road.
And the Broncos get through the first 2 games against Power 5 opponents, Syracuse and Michigan, and you're pretty much intact health-wise.
Yeah, which is the opposite of last year. You know, at this point we're already down at least Tranquil and 1 or 2 linemen, and so I'm proud of our training staff's done a great job, our strength staff's done a great job, and we're ready for this next phase of the season.
All right, it's Communiversity night, and this is a big party in town, and have about 40 tents out on the baseball outfield, and all of the tailgating going around the stadium. It's band day as the marching band invites some high school band members into the stadium. It's going to be a big house.
Yeah, and
Saturday.
The fireworks.
And the fireworks.
The fireworks. I love it. I mean, the place is rocking. I played in it. I was an assistant coach in it, and I mean, it's when you can feel from the outfield of the baseball all the tailgating and everything that's going on, and people talk about it. Whenever I'm in the community, they're talking about this, what tent they were in, who invited them to come, and how much fun they had. And then they walk right into the stadium and they watch us play at halftime. It's one of the best fireworks shows you'll ever see, and it's a great night. We're excited for it.
All right, you're playing Delaware State, and this is a big game for them.
Yeah, you know, they're 0-2 right now. They played Buffalo, so they played a like opponent, and then they played another team, St. Francis and PA. So, you know, they're not as big. They're nothing like the teams we've played. But they have some good players. They have some speed. They're not going to be super tall or super big. But they're going to come up here and swing. We have to play our game. We have to get into a rhythm. And, you know, and we should be okay if we play our game. If we don't, anything goes anytime, and any given Saturday. So we're really focused on us. And we got to just continue to build every week.
Get into that rhythm, get a lot of players involved on offense and defense, play some young guys, get some experience for them, and have fun playing football.
Yes, that would be what you just said. That's a great game plan. We have to put the first thing first. And we've had a phenomenal week of practice so far. The guys are excited. They're excited to be healthy. They're starting to get to understand the things we want them to do. And, you know, it's the future's bright, and the guys are mentally in a good place. But we got to go out there and do it on Saturday. And so we're going to learn a lot this Saturday. It'll be fun.
The Broncos in Delaware State. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff. And get into the stadium early. Be a part of the pregame festivities. Watch the Bronco marching band and avoid those long lines trying to get into the stadium late. And really take it all in, because it is a special night at Waldo Stadium, University Night 2018. And when we come back next week, we'll have all the highlights of University Night as the Broncos host Delaware State. Coach Lester and our staff, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. See you next time.